Good morning. My name is Jiahang. I'm a fourth-year PhD student in Department of Earth and Environment, and this is my fourth year as a BU urban trainee. Today, I'm going to present you what I did for my internship during the summer. So when a flood hits, we are very good at counting the damage in dollars, but we are much worse at counting who can and cannot recover over the long run. And that's what I worked this summer at Inshore. Every flood model answers one question: what will it cost to repair the building? But many of them misses the winter displacement for weeks, the lost wages, the family that never comes back and migrate to somewhere else, and many other factors. Inshore aims to name a number for all of that, and we call it social burden annual loss, or simply social burden loss. Very few previous research has covered that, and so far nobody could provide a framework to compute it. And that was my job at Inshore. The idea in one line is social burden is how big the loss is times who can least afford it, added up over 1 year or multiple years. That gives a dollar figure you can put right next to an insurance premium. So far, I tried to include 4 factors, and 2 of the 4 losses had no published method, which are marked as red in the slide. So I built them. And I tested on Plymouth, which is a small coastal town in Massachusetts and one of the most flood-prone town in Massachusetts. I contain 497 buildings, which values 439 millions of dollars. And 2 maps of the same coast shows the buildings and how much each could lose. The loss piles up in the town center. And the headline is, modeling the waves of social burden nearly doubles the loss from 77 million to 132 million for a 4-feet flood scenario. This slide shows the same blocks, 3 different flood scenarios, from minor to major storm to severe flooding. The top row is loss in dollars, rather as the water rises. The bottom row is the share of each building's value. In a severe flood, we can see that waterfront homes lose most of what they are worth, and they take longer time to recover. So here are some future steps after my summer internship. First of all, of course, we want to expand the geographic scope from the town of Plymouth to the whole Massachusetts coast, and finally to the entire US coastline. Even though this is not my job, we also want to go beyond the coast and extend our methodology and framework to inland pluvial and fluvial flooding, not just counting coastal floods. And we are also working with a lot of partners to bring in national building data if it's possible in the future. So the methodology works in broader communities instead of coastal communities only. And the deliverables of my internship is a reviewed social burden framework, which is feeding the next version of Inshore's framework, and a few conferences and abstracts that are planning to be submitted. And we even aiming to write a journal article, but it is going to be probably next year. And here I want to thank the Urban Program and Emily, of course, as well as my advisor, Dr. Ian Subing, to help me to connect with Inshore. And I also want to thank my mentor at Inshore, Charlie and Steve, and many other colleagues at Inshore who helped me to build the framework over the time. I cannot disclose the name of partners yet, but I also want to thank partners who helped us and helped me to build the framework and provide data during this journey. Thank you.